Hello, and welcome back to episode 29 of Crits&Knits. It's been a little bit, but we need to have a recap. Who remembers what happened last time? Oh, goodness.
I knew where she was going, and I am not.
No. We were vibing, chilling out, maxing all cool, shooting some b-ball outside. No. So
Erasmus had a hella dad moment.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. We were on the ship. We were on the ferry going to the school. And Erasmus was hanging out. I was trying to steal from students because I'm an asshole.
No, Nelitha's an asshole. That's different.
That would have been Kelly the halfling, beginning of second year, trying to specialize in fire. And her family is builder, is something. I can't read it. It begins with a B. Bakers. I think her family are bakers.
Yeah, I think
they
bakers
are.
Sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, because she can use her magic to reheat the stoves.
Yep.
And she was having trouble in her divination class.
Yes. And Erasmus managed to find a set of runestones in the... I don't remember if it was in the bag or in the hole.
I think it was the hole.
But it was somewhere you found them.
It was in the hole.
Keep some stones in the hole.
Everything's in the hole.
Everything is in the hole.
But earlier in the episode, we did get the letter that Herder wrote to Hespera.
Yes.
Confessing that he wasn't sure that this adventuring thing was really for him.
Yes.
And you did all have breakfast. I apparently made a note because it was important to know that Owen eats a sugary cereal with milk. And that was what Owen wanted for breakfast.
Okay. I don't remember this. It tracks, but...
My breakfast note was about pocket bacon. So...
Well, it's because we had pocket bacon for the road.
There was bacon at the omelet bar.
And so you had pocket bacon.
Yep.
Owen was just flexing his very low A1C, that's all.
Nelitha put on the hat of disguise and told everyone about the artifact she stole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, revealed a little bit of backstory there.
Mm-hmm.
Then you did get onto the ferry. You met that young halfling, Callie. And Erasmus gave her the runestones and helped her out with those. Isolt slipped her some gold, because Isolt's a sweetheart like that. And Nelitha did steal the hall pass from the two sleeping guys. And the ferry pulled up to the island, and you got off. And you were greeted by the sight of the Magrona Academy in the distance. The school is a bit of a walk from the ferry. The whole area is blanketed in fog, and you can see the dark spires of the towers of the school in the distance, silhouetted against a dark, gray, stormy-looking sky.
I also had a note that Erasmus paid off Kelly's tuition.
Yes, we did go to we did find the bursars or something equivalent to pay off her tuition.
You haven't quite made it there yet, but that is definitely the plan, and we will make sure that happens. Callie had agreed to ask to walk with you to the school. She offered to show you the way. And as you stepped forward, the fog sort of parted around her. And as you all stepped into the area, it formed sort of a clearing around you, a little bubble in the fog. Callie leads you through the fog towards Magrona Academy. That small clearing stays with you the whole way, but you are surrounded by it. If you look to the right and left, you see fog. Straight ahead of you, you see fog. If you look down, you can see that you are on a path, but everywhere around you is just this gloomy gray mist. And when you look up, the sky is equally as gray and gloomy. But Callie is clearly comfortable walking towards the school. She knows this path well. She leads you up to a very unimpressive looking building. It's short and squat and gray and fairly nondescript. It's really just sort of a box-shaped building. The fog opens up around it. You can see the entirety of the building, but you still can't see beyond it. Callie turns to look at all of you and gives you a bit of a smile, says, thank you so much for all of your help and everything. It was really lovely to meet you. I hope that you have a great time visiting with your kids. I need to go ahead and get back to my dorm and get ready for classes and stuff. But this is the office, and they will take care of you here. So have a nice day. It was lovely meeting you all.
Kelly, just 1 second. Could you just walk me in the office really fast? I just want to take a look at something.
Yeah, sure. And she will walk through the front door of the office with you. And when you step inside, after everything you've heard about the Magrona Academy, what are you expecting to see when you walk into this
marble
entry hall?
Floors, self-lighting sconces, a bat for every child. Everyone's a necromancer.
This office is not that. If you've seen the movie Office Space, it's got that kind of a feel.
Oh, God.
That's
linoleum
worse.
floors. It's got a sort of a metal and wood desk right in the entranceway, and then some cubicles behind it. And there is a woman sitting at the desk typing something. There's a typewriter in front of her. You don't see these very often, but she is tip-tapping away and looks up when you come in. Oh, yes, how can I help you?
Yeah, I'd just like to settle some accounts as I, pull the gold sack.
Accounts, okay. 1 moment, please. And she reaches under the desk and tugs on something and puts a small slip of paper in front of you with the number 2 on it.
Oh, no.
Please hold for just a moment. Someone will be with you. And there are some wooden chairs lined up along the wall with the door that you came through. You're welcome to have a seat if you'd like.
Did all of us come in with Erasmus, or are we hanging outside?
This building is the only thing you can see. So you are welcome to come in. You're welcome to wait outside, but there's nothing else visible besides this building. You get the feeling that this is where visitors come in.
Herder followed Erasmus and Kelly in and took a seat when one was offered.
All right.
I'll go inside, but I'm hanging by the door watching everything. Just listening, watching.
Okay.
Erasmus has thought yep, true evil is here. Look at this office.
It's about 5 minutes of waiting. Callie's sort of looking nervously around, not quite sure why she's there. But a few moments later, a small elven woman comes out of one of the cubicles and says, "Number 2."
No. Go on, Kelly.
Oh, okay. And this small elven woman leads you back into her cubicle. There's a small desk, a stack of papers, and she's got a magic wand on her hip, and she gestures for you to have a seat in the chair across from her. I heard you needed to settle some accounts. What can I help you with today?
Yeah, I would just like to cover the rest of the tuition here for Miss Kelly here.
Oh. All right. 1 moment, please. And she mutters a few words under her breath and taps her wand on the stack of papers beside her. And the top paper goes from being blank to having a bunch of writing on it. And she pulls it out. All right. Well, we have her balance right here. And she slides the paper across to you and says, this is the amount due. All we need is payment and a signature, and we can consider it paid in full.
That's not too bad. All right. And, just in true adventurer style, just gold.
And normally it would be a bigger deal, but you guys raided that dragon horde. So the 1,500 gold tuition is a drop in the bucket for you. So you hand over that gold, you sign the form, and Callie's eyes are just wide as saucers.
And I just, as she's it's this is for the rest of her time here, her remaining years.
This will cover the entirety of her scholarship, assuming, of course, that she passes her class and chooses to stay. But we don't do refunds, so if she chooses not to stay,
that's
the
fine.
money stays here.
That's fine.
Okay.
And I would like to put this
U.S. education.
Yeah, and I would like to put this on her personal accounts in case she needs anything, books, stuff like that.
Okay. 1 moment, and she mutters another incantation and taps the pile of papers, fills in the amount of gold that you've put in, and just shoves it across for you to sign. Callie is just
there we go,
shrinking in her chair. She doesn't know what to make of this. Are you sure about this?
Absolutely sure.
You only just met me.
That's fine. I'm sure you'll do great. And you know what's fine and great? When you don't have to worry about anything. 'Cause when you ain't got to worry, you do even better.
Can I give you a hug?
Sure.
And she'll give him a hug, like wrap her arms tight around him. You are amazing. Thank you so much. If you need anything, I'll be here for the next 2 years, hopefully, crossing my fingers. But if not, hold on. And she rummages through her bag and pulls out a scrap of paper and scrawls down her parents' name, the name of the bakery, and the town where they live.
Maybe I'll come by for a cinnamon roll or something, but what I need you to do is just do your best.
Oh, absolutely. I will work so hard. I'm going to make you guys so proud. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. And the elven woman is sitting behind the desk, just looking a little confused, especially with all of this exchange. That this man, who apparently just met this young girl, has paid for her entire education. They don't get a lot of that. There's not a lot of altruism at this particular school.
While this is happening, is there any, symbols on doors that would indicate shit that we have seen before? Sorry to take away from this very touching moment to do some investigation.
I got my moment. Just like I paid off her education, I put some money on the books for books, and she can live her life without worry.
Also known as Erasmus is providing a diversion. Well,
Nalintha can be sneaky and look around.
Are you inside the building, Nalintha, or outside?
I would have looked on the doorway first before we entered.
Okay, so give me 2 investigation rolls, 1 for outside, 1 for in.
I swear to God, Ginny D, if you fuck me, I'd be very upset.
But would you?
I mean, depends which character.
Well, we did Gouda. We got investigation 25 for the first one.
Okay.
And a nat 20 for the second one, so 27.
Okay. Outside, what you notice most is the absolute lack of anything distinguishing on this building. It is gray, probably brick. It has been smoothed over, so the seams are barely visible. The door frame is painted a dark gray. The door itself was painted a dark gray. It sort of blends in with the sky and the clouds and the fog. And it is the most boring thing you have ever seen in your life. So yes, this is a very nondescript building. It appears that it has been built specifically to be the most boring thing in existence. Okay. Once you get inside, as you are looking with that nat 20, while it looks equally boring, you can tell that the materials themselves that were used are not poor quality. The floor that looks like linoleum is actually probably ceramic tiles. It's just a very nondescript looking. The desk that is very plain is still made of a high quality wood and a good quality metal. The partitions have a faint magical glow to them. Do you have any arcana?
I do. I'm not proficient in it, but I have arcana.
Go ahead and roll arcana, because you investigated so well. You can tell there's something magical. Let's see how much you can tell.
Magic. How does a nat 1 do?
You can tell that there's something magical about it.
Shit. I don't... does one of us have detect magic? No, I'm gonna slowly saddle up to Isolt. Can you detect magic?
Yes.
The partitions, I'm talking very softly and not making too many hand gestures so that they don't notice what I'm doing. They're magic, but I don't know what kind.
All right, I'll have a look. So trying to be a little bit, trying to be subtle about it, like we do the fade in, fade out thing. Mm-hmm. I'll cast detect magic and have a look.
Okay. So detect magic lets you see where there is magic and lets you get an idea of what school of magic they are, correct?
Yes, for the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Fucking lead.
And it's a sphere, so, to 3 feet of dirt under me, I can also sense, for whatever that's worth.
Okay.
That's scary in this situation.
Isn't it? Like, I hadn't really thought about that, but it is a sphere of 30 feet around you.
Who knows what's under this fucking building?
I think it's probably illusion magic that is infused into these partitions. You do notice that when Erasmus and Callie head in to speak with that woman, that you can't hear anything. But there's not a door. It's not like a closed room. It's a cubicle. But once they go into the cubicle, you can't hear anything.
Sort of like a bubble of silence, but very specifically placed.
Yes. They can still hear within the right. Center portion. So it's a very specific magic that is tied to the partitions themselves.
Got it. I'll pass that along to Nelitha. Along with the comment about not being able to hear in there and what I suspect that is about.
It's odd.
It's a magic college. I imagine they use magic for everything, really.
No, definitely, but also what's odd about this room? All of this looks like it shouldn't have cost a lot, right?
I suppose.
Very expensive. It's all made to look cheaper than it is.
Oh, is it that, poor chic thing that's going around?
I think it's to make you think that the school is struggling more. That's why they ask for so much money for tuition.
Or maybe they are struggling in a way. And then that raises the question of where all that money's going.
I don't know. It seems rather... We already knew this place was going to be odd, but there is something weird. Are there any doors leading to hallways out of this, or is it literally just this room?
As far as you can see right now, it's just this room and a bunch of cubicles behind that main desk. But there are hallways on either side of the set of cubicles. Like there's space between cubicles and the walls. So there may be something behind the cubicles.
Do we need a distraction so I can go snoopy?
Do you?
I'm trying to find out some information, but I don't trust anybody here.
Reasonable. That is entirely, yes, I agree. I'll look over, because it's just the secretary who's out here right now, right?
Yes, that is the only other person you can see. And she has resumed typing.
Yeah, but if she's like any good secretary, she's typing, but the moment there's movement in her peripheral vision, her head's up. What kind of a distraction do you want, friend?
So Herder has been reading Rickle Axeger's 3rd edition Pocket Adventurer, really just kind of pretending to read this and really trying to kind of pay attention to what Nelitha and Isolt are saying or whatnot. Sticks the book in his pocket, walks over to the secretary, says, "Hey, how you doing?"
I am fine, thank you. Can I help you, sir?
I don't know. This is my first visit here. To see visiting my nieces and my nephews, but I don't know exactly where I could find them, and so Herder's going to continue in this kind of conversation to hopefully cause a distraction, and I hope that Isolt and Nelitha picked up on what was happening there. So meta like Danny, where I could keep talking with the secretary, or you could go back to them.
I would like you to roll me a performance check.
I will roll that performance check.
Go, Bard, go.
Go, Bard, go. All right. I rolled an 18 plus 11 gives me 29.
Okay. She's turned her attention to you and is asking you a little bit more about who exactly you're trying to visit. Do you have the names of these nieces and nephews? You said there's more than one.
It's two nieces and one nephew from 3 different families. So we've got there's Sally and Suzanne and Samuel or Sammy. I haven't seen them in years. Sammy and Susie and Sally. It's the rock splitters, but it's 2 different rock splitter families. One from, and then the other one was, they were involved. They originally the same family, but they don't get along anymore. So that's Sally and Susie and Sammy from it was like Sammy Two Toes. He had an accident in the mine before he came over.
Sammy Two Toes. And you see her trying to follow your train of thought.
Grabs a piece of paper and starts drawing a picture to try to show the parental lineage of the families and how they are connected.
And she's just sitting there trying to figure out, she needs like a name to search for a student, but you're not actually giving her a name, which is fantastic with that 29. So she is distracted. And while you are confusing the heck out of this poor secretary, DB, what is Nelitha going to do?
Nelitha is going to probably crouch down and slip between the desks to go to one of the halls.
Yeah, when I see her do that, I will shift to because we're not dissimilar in height, so I'll give her some cover with my body as I shift so that she can duck and cover much easier.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Nelitha, I need you to give me a stealth with advantage because of Isolt's help.
Gotcha, boo.
Stealth with Isolt's help. Okay. That would be a unnatural 20.
Okay.
Which means I rolled
very low.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. But you still do manage to get just past the secretary's line of sight without her noticing you moving. What is your passive perception?
26.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
How much magic do you have? I know you've got a little bit of skill in Arcana, but do you do magic?
I have a spell. I have 2. I have 2 spells.
One spell from being an elf.
Okay.
I have 2 spells. I have Firebolt.
Of course you do.
And I have Misty Step. Because of Fey. Because Fey transportation.
So, because you have such a high passive perception,
mm-hmm.
you notice just a slight irregularity in the wall to your left as you are walking. It's just slightly ahead of you. And you notice something that doesn't seem quite right.
Can I, try and touch it?
You touch it.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me think. I'm scared. Can I see anything, if I'm just watching it, does it look like anything's, moving in it, or...?
You are not magical enough to really notice anything other than something seems not right.
Go with the spirit of Erasmus. Break through the wall.
Can I toss, a little ball bearing at it?
Okay, yes.
Just a small one. Well, is there a place where I could hide while I do this in case something comes out of the wall?
You are in a hallway. There is nothing.
No ficus trees.
No children.
Nope.
I'll tuck behind a child. I don't give a shit.
I know you don't.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna just kind of roll it like a marble towards the wall to see what happens.
Okay. As it reaches that point of the wall,
mm-hmm.
there is a bright flash of light,
mm-hmm.
and a low hum begins. Greg.
Oh no!
As Herder is trying to explain Sally and Susie and Sammy, maybe Stoutfinger, maybe Two Toes. There is suddenly a flash of light and this really irritating hum that you can hear. In fact, everyone hears it, except Erasmus, who is still in the office with Callie. But the rest of you all hear it, and as you look up, you can see this bright beam of light down one of the hallways. And the secretary huffs a sigh, says, "Excuse me, please wait here," and hurries off.
What the sweet hell is
around
that?
The corner.
What is that?
Is there any way for me to, like, shift back into the office and hide behind something real quick?
There is nothing to hide behind.
Even in the
Unless you
office?
Like a cube?
You're walking between a wall, the outside wall, and a set of cubes.
Mm-hmm.
But the cubes and the doors of the openings of the cubes are towards the front of the building.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not like a side door.
Fuck. Is there any, like, way to, like... Is there, like, a corner I can duck around with one of the cubes?
You can keep going forward and go around the whole thing.
I think I have to, like, at this point.
Run, girl, run.
Yeah, because I've given away my position.
With a literal beam of light.
Yeah.
So you are running. Okay. So you run past this beam of light that has lit up, and you're heading down the hallway. At the end of the hall, you can either turn around and go back, or you can turn to your right.
Let me ask, how far away is Herder from the wall on the opposite side?
You're probably halfway across the building.
What the
so
fuck was
her
I
desk
doing?
is right in the center.
I literally could have... God damn it, I'm so fucking dumb. Whatever. You know what? We made our choices.
Yes.
Chaos.
As the secretary leaves, Herder goes in the other direction and touches the wall.
Okay. As you go the other direction and you get, I assume you're like running your hand on the wall as you walk.
Yeah, absolutely.
As you get about halfway down that hall, another light goes up and a hum starts.
All right, and then I immediately go back to the front desk.
The secretary, you know what? Roll me a deception.
All right. That's an 11 plus 8 is 19.
Okay. Let me just roll for the secretary here. All right. Before she gets just to the corner, the other one goes off, and you're able to get close enough to her desk that she doesn't notice that you are the one who went around the other way. She just throws her hands up. "It's on the Fritz." Just a moment. And she goes over to her desk, pulls open a drawer, grabs out a sending sounds. "We've got some problems in the front building. The security alarms are just going off. I see no one." Nelitha, around that back corner, you see, so there are 4 cubicles in the front, and there are 4 cubicles that open towards the back. And in the center of that long back wall, there is a door.
I'm gonna go towards that door.
Okay. You're able to go to the door. It is not locked from the inside.
Oh.
And as you step out, instead of the gray, foggy, cloudy miserableness, you step onto this beautiful cobblestone path in the middle of a lush green courtyard. The sun is shining. Everything is bright and polished and just exactly what you expected this place to be.
Great.
A bat for every child.
Yes.
Is there a place for me to duck behind something right now?
This courtyard has statues and benches and trees and bushes. It's got students. It's got professors. It's got people lounging on the lawn.
Great.
Are you playing Wonderwall on the lute?
Trying to find a place that I can do a thing at.
Okay.
That I wouldn't be noticed.
What do we usually roll to hide? Stealth?
Yes.
Stealth.
Roll me a stealth. Let's see.
Okay.
I know, it's a silly question.
It's that moment where people ask Brandon Mulligan, you know that we roll 20-sided dice, right?
27.
Okay. Are you looking for a place that's got you hidden from all directions or just from the administrative building there?
All directions. As many directions as possible. If I could find a place where it looks like no one could see me easily, or if no one's paying attention to a certain spot, that's where I'm going to duck to.
You find this corner where there's a decorative hedge that's sort of forming an L shape. And in the corner of that, there's this topiary, very fancily trimmed plant. But there's a bit of a gap, so you can duck behind the pot.
Okay.
Into the little corner there.
Perfect. That's what I do. I will use my hat of disguise, and I'm going to make myself look like a student. Because I've seen enough students now to know what they dress like.
Okay.
Yes. And then I'm going to kind of walk around like I belong there.
All right. Back inside the administrative building.
We really need, like, earrings of, like, speaking stones or some shit.
That would be super helpful for you guys.
It really would.
It really would.
Our communication is A+. It's fine.
Erasmus, you and Callie finish up with the financial department. And Callie looks at you and says, is it okay if I give him a tour? I mean, he's paid for my education. He should be able to see the place, right? And the elven woman sighs. We don't generally like outsiders, but that is a reasonable request. And she reaches into her desk and pulls out this lanyard.
Should have waited.
And the lanyard has this large plaque on it that says visitor. And hands it to you, Erasmus, and says, just make sure you're wearing this at all times. I mean, I don't think anyone would mistake you for a student. Most of our students are somewhat less distinguished than you. And our professors tend to dress a little bit differently. I mean, there's nothing wrong with you at all, sir. You just don't look like a wizard. And these folks tend to be traditional in their garb. But please do wear your visitor sign. No, this is the financial.
So I'd like a little
advisor.
clarification. Is this the secretary
Is it
talking
okay?
to
He came with a couple of
Erasmus?
people. They're actually here to visit their grandkids.
Financial lady. Okay.
But can we get all of them? There were 5 of you?
Yeah, we're a bit of a family, found family, but you know how it is.
The advisor sighs. All right. And she mutters another incantation and taps a pile of papers, and writing appears on the paper, and she pushes it towards Erasmus. If you will please write the names of your party.
Sure, let's see
here. Just so
here.
that we have a record of who is here.
Let's see here.
These visitor passes are good for the day, but we will require them back at the end of the night. If you do not return them, they do have, we'll just say that we can find you.
So here we got Humble Bumble Stone Tome. And see, I got Crankshaft McGee.
Crankshaft McGee? Is that an artificer?
He sees something like that, yeah.
Huh. All right.
And see, we got Alyssa Gleeman Scale. And we got Aviary Hollow Step. There we go.
All right. And she will pass over 4 more lanyards and say, please just make sure you return these by sundown. We prefer to have all visitors gone by that time.
Absolutely.
You will need to exit through this building anyway. We will be watching for you. Enjoy your stay.
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah, if you want to come with me.
Yeah, sure. I just kind of like walk out and just like kind of look, Humble Bumble, come on. As I like look knowingly at the dwarf.
All right. And so you pass out the
Thanks, brother.
lanyards
Here I come.
to the 3 that are there.
They must be using the bathroom. Some things come around with age. You don't understand, but you'll understand yet.
Should we wait?
Let me check my spell list. Should I wait? Man, if Eldritch Knights got fireballs, that'd be so great.
That would be terrifying.
Oh, yeah, that could be a problem. It's fine.
Hey, Humble Bumble, could you get on the horn? Let everybody know. Stop. To wrap it up. Yeah, need to get going here. Got ourselves a little tour.
All right. I'll
They're
look
just
to
over
the
here, and she points towards the wall that you had.
Which way was the
touched,
restrooms?
Instead of being a cubicle at the end, it's a closed-in room.
All right. Well, Herder walks over there and knocks on the door. Hey, aviary, just come on out. And the door swings open when he does that because no one's in there. He's like, oh, she's not here. I don't know where else she might have gone. I'm sure we'll run into her at some point. That's fine. Well, we could just head on. Callie, go ahead and take us. I'm sure we'll run into her.
The secretary is giving you a look.
She's an odd duck.
She doesn't.
It's fine.
Recall seeing anyone else, so she's just going to let you guys go. So Callie leads you down the hallway, around behind the building, like behind the set of cubicles, and out the back door. And you also step out into this bright, lush landscape. The buildings are gleaming white stone. Oh.
What
right, it's the school's illusion.
Just happened.
Once you get through the administrative building, this is what it really looks like. The rest of it is kind of for show. It's to keep people out. Have you not been here to see your kids?
Not yet. They
Oh, I'm so sorry. I know some families have weird stuff, and I'm so sorry. I won't mention it. But yeah, this is what the school looks like when you are on the inside.
Erasmus makes note to himself that the security at Magrona is shit.
I mean, most security is shit when dealing with a rogue of 12th level, in fairness.
Oh, I'm not talking about the rogue of 12th level. I'm talking about how we bumbled our way in here. We good.
When you spend 1,500 gold to pay off a girl's education, it tends to smooth a lot of problems.
Yeah, you did give them a lot of money because you also dropped about another 500 for books and incidentals, which is far more than she's probably going to need.
Well, but she's got to be taken care of,
And she absolutely will be.
This is Erasmus' new kid. He's finally got a kid. Here it is.
And she is happy to have a bonus daddy. That sounded
Ew!
weird.
Ew!
Whoa.
Damn! I wouldn't be happy with that.
Who
Danny,
wouldn't be happy
honey,
with
I am
that?
begging you to think about what you say before it comes out of your mouth.
Impossible.
Danny, honey, I am begging you not to think about what you
I see them
say
come through the
before
door?
it comes out
Yes,
of your
you
mouth.
do. I assume you're watching for them. Yes.
All that bullshit, and we just walked on in.
Right, that's the thing.
Yeah. I mean, with that
Or
passive
she's got
perception,
high
I'm
enough
assuming that
passive
you're
perception.
watching for them, even if you're doing
Yeah.
other things, you're being aware of it. So yes, you'll see them come through the door with their visitor passes nice and prominently displayed.
All that bullshit, we just walked right in.
I was going to make it easy on you, but no, Nelitha had to go be Nelitha.
Nelitha did have to go be Nelitha. I'm gonna go saddle up next to Isolt as this child.
Look at her. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh, it's like.
Look, it's Sammy. It's my niece. Callie,
It's so
have
nice
you
to
met my
meet you.
niece Sammy
nice
yet?
to meet you too.
Your uncle is fantastic, and his friends, especially this guy, Mr. Erasmus, he is amazing.
Oh, is he?
He is.
We are digging a pit of lies.
I am amazing.
Sammy, it's so good to see you. And
Sammy
Carter goes and
backs
gives,
the fuck
Sammy
up
and Nelitha
because
a
if
big
you
hug.
touch her, it won't be the same.
All right.
She embarrasses easily.
All right.
That's all right.
We'll catch up later.
I understand.
It's just
Don't
been
want
so
to embarrass
long,
her in
Sammy.
front of
I've
her
really missed you.
college friend. She's different now.
I mean, some people change when they go to school. It's okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're
you're like a stranger to me if that's the case.
It's been a minute.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, your mom.
I
your
really
mom
wish
told
Mom
me
would
so
stop
much
talking
about
about me.
you. It's like I've known you.
Those
my whole
embarrassing letters.
Your
What's
whole
really
life,
important
anyway.
is that we're inside of Magrona, and we're here, and we're gonna have a good time in Magrona.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to come see my room? I'll show you where I stay. And I'm gonna be able to decorate my room now. Oh, I can get new blankets. I only had what I brought from home, and it wasn't a whole lot because, my siblings still needed all their bedding and stuff, and we shared a bed, me and my sister. So, and she gives you another hug, Erasmus. And okay, yeah, come on, I want to show you my room.
And Isolt contemplates hiding more money in her bag because she's just like, oh my god.
Jesus.
She's going to lead you across the central courtyard to one of the tall spires in sort of the back left corner.
Are there, signs for where different things are in this building?
There are a lot of signs with names on them, giving you the names of various halls, but nothing that says, divination or...
No, I'm looking for, headmaster's office.
You don't see anything like that out on the outside of buildings.
Okay. Callie, I'm dreadfully bad at remembering where things are. Could you remind me where the headmaster's office is?
Oh, that's in the second administrative block of buildings. That is Brixador Hall.
Brixador, thank you. Gonna give Isolt a look and just and we'll start wandering back that direction.
Yeah, I can't think of a way to excuse going with her. Boy, we need sending stones.
Okay, so Sammy's uncle is going
and
with
of course, Sammy's
Sammy
uncle's
slash
coming along
Nelitha.
too.
Okay.
That works. I should have said mother and
Sticking
ran
with
up
Sammy.
to fucking Isolt,
Yeah.
but
Mother!
all right.
That would have been funny as hell.
So we're splitting the party then? Oh, are you tagging along?
Yeah, crank.
Who are you going with?
Crankshaft. Where you going?
Crankshaft is going to stick with his friend Erasmus, I think.
Okay. All right, so Nelitha, Sammy, and Herder are heading off to Brixador Hall. The other three of you are going with Callie to the student dorms.
Yes.
Or
So
okay.
Isolt is with Callie and
Yeah, I
Crankshaft
couldn't
and
think
Erasmus.
of a way to excuse going unless I said that I was, also
Related.
aunt.
Married to Herder.
Wouldn't that be funny?
It's an
From the
extended
other side of
family.
the family.
I mean, this
Different
whole
aunt.
situation's all fucked up. We could have said anything.
And Callie, blinded by gratitude, would have believed anything we said.
Yep. But in the meantime, she does lead you to the student dorms. And it's a very tall tower. As you walk into the main doors,
Living in a tower. Gotta start them early.
the main floor of the tower looks to be very much common rooms. There's a library type room, although it looks like it's probably not like the main library. It is just a room that has a bunch of books, but more importantly, some tables and chairs to sit and study so that you don't have to sit and study in your room. But you don't have to go to one of the classrooms or the big library if it's late at night. There's also a dining hall on that main floor. So you can, have your various meals. Callie starts to walk past it and says, "Oh, wait. Oh, do you guys want something to eat? I have credits now. We can get a snack." "Oh, I don't have to save my food credits." And she gives Erasmus another hug.
Oh my god, poor child.
I mean, I wasn't going to do anything. It's just, sometimes it's nice to be able to grab a snack. And now I can, and it's fantastic. Oh, this is fantastic. Do you guys want anything?
Oh no, I got some. The doctor wants me to cut back, so I'm fine.
Okay.
That fucking plate.
Well, come on this way, and she leads you to the end of the hall, and it seems to be at the back of the building. And there's this circular space, and she sort of waves you all over. So you're standing in the center of this circle that's on the floor. And then she pulls out her wand and mutters an incantation and taps the floor. And the floor begins to rise. And it goes up and up and up. And you're seeing different archways going past you until it gets to the 12th floor. And then it stops. She steps out and motions for you to follow. And this is very clearly a dormitory area. Down this one main hall, there are probably a dozen doors, 6 on each side. And she takes you down to the far end of the hall, mutters an incantation, taps the door, and it swings open. And it's a very small room. There's enough space for a bed and a desk and a small set of shelves. And this room is very bare. Like there's a stack of parchment and an ink pot and quill on the desk. There are what look to be textbooks filling the shelves. The bed has a small pillow, a fairly thin-looking blanket, and a small stuffed rabbit resting up against the pillow. And you can see just barely under the bed, the handle of a suitcase, and there's a trunk at the foot of the bed, and that's it. There's nothing on any of the walls. There's no decoration. It's a very plain room. It looks almost as if she just moved in, although she's clearly been there for some time. Well, this is my room, and it's going to look so much better the next time you come. You'll come visit again, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, it's going to look so much better the next time because I'll be able to decorate a little bit. But yeah, this is where I am. I'm on the 12th floor, and she walks over to the window, and it's just a fairly small little window. But it does have fancy-looking stained glass in it. She turns the knob and pulls it open. I can get some really nice fresh air. There's always a nice breeze up here, but it's not too bad. It doesn't get too cold or too hot. The whole place is temperature controlled, which is great. I mean, you'd expect that in a magic school, right?
How long did it take to get used to the incantations for the disc and the doors? And I'm sure there's... How long did it take you to get used to all that?
So the door is nice because there's a backup. You can use a key. And so when you first get here, you're issued a key so that if you keep fucking up the door, you can still get into your room, right? The disc, when you're a first year, for the first couple of months, you're not allowed to go up and down on your own. There always has to be a third year student with you just to make sure that you actually get where you're trying to go. So
I bet that's inconvenient sometimes.
Yeah, but it's part of being a third year. Yeah, it's going to be fine. When it's my turn, I won't have any problems with it because the third year that I had was so nice. They're like your big sister, your big brother, your big sibling. Mine was a really nice centaur, which is fantastic. She's one of the only ones at the school. Fineda, she is, I love her. And she's so sweet to me. And she was so patient. And the number of times we went to the second floor instead of the 12th floor. Just the 2 and the 12, they're so close in the incantation. It's so close that
Well, sure. It's like when you're learning a new language and the numbers just get messy.
But after probably 2 weeks, I pretty much had it. She still had to come with me for the first couple of months just to be sure, but pretty much had it. So it wasn't too bad. But yeah, it really is like learning a new language, right? Yeah, it was a challenge. But that's one of the first things that we learned is like, what would I call them? Like protective warding spells? Not protective. More, well, like personal warding spells. So like to keep people out of your bedroom, and you can put a spell on your textbooks. You don't really need it on your textbooks, but you can put it on your spell books so that other people can't get in to see your spells. Not that they need to, but it's kind of nice to be able to like lock things against prying eyes. Man, if I could have used that when I was 10.
Are there a lot of prying eyes around here?
No. There's a lot of competition. Like it's pretty competitive here. I mean, I really lucked out that Finada was friendly, because a lot of the third years are maybe not so friendly, and there aren't nearly as many of them as there are first years. So that's also kind of rough on them, I guess. But yeah, it gets really competitive, and so like you kind of don't want people to know how far you are in your whole process, right? I don't think I'm behind, but if I was, I wouldn't want them to know, because I don't want them to like use that against me. The other students, the professors, I don't know, they're all kind of weird. I don't think they really care.
Sounds a bit cutthroat.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, anyway, this is my room. If you want, I can take you guys back downstairs. And do you want to hang out with me today? Or did you want to just go find your kids and nieces and nephews and stuff? You don't have to hang out with me. It's okay.
Erasmus just kind of looks around, hearing her tale of like, cutthroat academy life, and he just kind of nods his head for a bit, and he just, he takes off his bag of holding, which he never fucking uses anyway because of the hole. Says, here, let's get this. Let's
bags.
Let's cinch this up and make sure it fits you, okay?
Oh, thank you. She'll get it comfortable and she'll open it. This isn't just a bag, is it?
It is not just a bag.
Do you know how much this is worth?
Yeah.
What did you do to deserve this?
You're. Let me tell you a secret.
Okay.
Everybody else here has kids. I'm with them for the day because they're all my friends. But today you're my kid. How about that?
Okay. I'm so sad that you don't have kids. You are like a great dad. Like you're not even my real dad, and you're a great dad.
I think I was too busy being an adventurer to be a good dad.
Well, I think you're making up for it now.
Yeah. So, it's all cutthroat here. It's the way wizarding school always is. So you're going to take this bag. You're going to take this rock.
Okay.
You're going to take this ring.
Okay.
You're going to take care of yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he takes the ring of protection off his finger.
And she puts it on. And her eyes go wide as she realizes what it is.
And so I'm going to take these off my sheet. So she has my bag of holding, my luck stone, and my ring of protection.
Oh, wow. Oh, I have something for you. And she goes over to her shelf and she pulls out a pair of books. She holds them up and they're identical. They match. And she hands him one and says, okay, so this was one of the things that I learned earlier this year. And the books are twins. And if you write in yours, it'll show up in mine.
All right.
So we can stay in touch, right?
Yeah, we can stay in touch.
Thank you, Mr. Erasmus. And she gives you another hug.
Ah, the feels.
Do you guys want me to take you downstairs again? Because I can't just teach you the incantation. And I don't know if any of you actually are magical enough to do it.
You should just take us downstairs. And then, you gotta get ready for class,
I do.
Yeah, you gotta get ready for class.
Thank you so much for everything.
Not a problem.
Oh, thank you so much. And so she'll take you to the little transport plate and transport you all back down the stairs.
I do want it noted that while she was distracted hugging on Erasmus, Isolt is quietly slipping 50 gold under her pillow.
Aww. Aww. This girl is just overwhelmed by you all.
It is a good thing your rogue is not there.
I know.
Because she'd be watching all of this go, like, twitching.
Why? Why?
Why are you doing this?
Why are you being
Don't
nice?
give away things.
God, if you didn't want them, we could sell them.
Because we didn't want her to end up like Nelitha.
Oh! Listen, that plus 12 stealth is doing real well for us, fellers.
It is. It very much is. But you know, the salty cynicism I think we want to avoid for the kid.
And if we don't help her out by being kind, the school will turn her into you with magic.
Damn!
Oh, fuck.
Jeez. All right, so we've got Erasmus, Isolt, and Owen back down on the main floor of the dormitory. Callie bids you goodbye and heads back up to her room. Erasmus, the next time you open the book, there's going to be a big, long thank you letter in there for you.
Awesome.
Do the three of you have anything else that you'd like to do?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I think just like starting to walk around and just get a feel for the place, using those visitor badges for as long as we have them, and just start to wander in the direction that we know Herder and we suspect Nelitha have gone.
Okay. What are all of your passive perceptions?
15.
17.
Also 17.
Okay. As you are heading out of the dormitory, Isolt and Owen, you both notice basically a big engraved sign on the wall that is a map of the college with the buildings labeled with their names, so the various halls. So again, you don't know exactly what's in everything, but you can see the general layout, get a bit of an idea about where things might be relative to where you are.
I'll study that.
This is where you find out Nelitha can't read.
Well, we're just coming after Nelitha today.
Each of you who is studying that map, please roll me just an intelligence check.
What? We get to roll dice?
Yes.
Oh, shit. What kind of check is this?
Intelligence.
Ha! Nat 20 for a 20.
Okay.
14.
13.
Okay. Erasmus and Owen, you feel like you've got a bit of a feeling for the layout. It feels like you'll be able to remember a little bit of it at least. But with that Nat 20 Assault, you're feeling confident that you're going to remember a lot of these names and which buildings are where. You think that if you were to take a couple of minutes once you get outside, you could probably sketch it out real quick and have a bit of a map to walk around with.
Yeah. I think I will take the time to do that once we step outside.
Okay. So as Erasmus, Owen, and Isolt take a moment to do some sketching outside, that is where we're going to stop for the evening. We will be back in 2 weeks' time to figure out what's going on in Brixador Hall, where Sammy and Uncle Herder are headed.
Uncle Humble Bumble.
Sammy.
Uncle Humble Bumble.
Oh my goodness.
Is that like Humble Bundle, but with an extra M?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Well, thank you all for coming and playing again this week. It was lovely having you. And thank you everyone for watching us. Happy knitting, everyone. And we will see you in 2 weeks' time.
Bye.
Bye.
A Majestic Goose podcast. Honk.